Hey, Rob.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to see you.
It's good to be here.
I think you're looking really good these days.
You know, it's amazing. You curtail your campaign and you go up in the polls.
The race, I hope.
Oh my gosh!
Don't stick us with McMahon. Don't do that to us.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So it's great to be here tonight. We've got a good debate with Daria Novak and Doug Dubitsky, and hope they'll do well. I wish we had all the candidates here tonight, but we got a bunch. And hey, 2nd District, I love the 2nd District. It's important. I live here, and I want to support our candidates.
Thank you.
How are you?
Hello.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Very good, very good.
That's the one to see it. Palin, right?
Yes. You're Doug? You don't mind if I video, do you?
Go right ahead. I'd shake your hand, but it would probably shake the camera a little bit.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I saw you at the convention briefly. I had you pose with Daria together and got a picture.
I've seen a bunch of your videos on YouTube.
Oh, good. Good.
Is that what you're taking?
That's what I'm taking right now, video. So, you all ready?
Hi, folks. Welcome to the debate. It'll be a good one, and hope you enjoy it.
And I'd like to thank everybody for showing up tonight. And tonight we have a debate between the top two vote-getting candidates for the GOP nomination against Joe Courtney's seat. An invitation was extended to all three primary candidates, and we have the two top vote-getters here this evening. We'd like to thank a few people for accommodating this debate, specifically Three Rivers, Dean Anderson and Sue Moore, Jen Ezel, and of course everyone who showed up tonight for participating. The format is as follows. Each candidate has 2.5-minute introduction. The same 10 questions will be asked of each candidate, rotating starting order chosen by a straw poll. Daria Novak earlier won that straw poll, so she will be going first. Each candidate has 5 1-minute rebuttal cards to be used at any time to extend their answer or respond to another candidate's answer. Multiple cards can be used together. Now, listen to the debate, listen to the 10 questions, and you might find that you have some other questions to ask. There are cards circulating. Fill out that card and bring them to one of the organizers around the room. Anyone can raise their hands as an organizer. They're all in the back. Bring your cards down. But you might want to wait until the first 10 are asked or the 7 or 8 are asked to see if your question has already been addressed. And of course, our host this evening is Mr. Lielty, superstar of the morning, WXLM 104.7.
Fantastic. Just in case. Good evening, everybody. How are you? You ready? Yeah. All right. As you already know, Daria won the straw poll, so she'll go first. But let me just begin by introducing each candidate. Daria Novak from Madison. Doug Dubitsky from Chapel. Minutes to self-introduce themselves. Daria's first.
Hi, as you know, I'm the Republican-endorsed candidate in the 2nd Congressional District, and I have to admit, it feels great. I've been at this for about 18 months almost now. So I thought what I'd do tonight is quickly tell you a little bit about myself, in case you don't know. I'm a single mom, and I've got 2 fantastic kids. I was born and raised in Connecticut, and brought my children back here when they were really little. So that they would grow up with the sense of church and community that I had growing up here when I was young. Although I've never run for office before, I've been a lifelong Republican. In fact, I'm the only candidate running who is registered as a Republican in January of this year. But I'm not seeking this office because it's an opportune time for a Reagan Republican to run. I genuinely am concerned about our republic. I stand here today to ask you to allow me to serve you in Washington as the voice of the people in Eastern Connecticut. It's critical we take back our state this year, and the Congress, to save our nation from the insanity that we find in Washington today. For the first 10 years of my career, I worked at the U.S. Department of State on U.S.-China trade relations, crisis management, and other national foreign policy questions. I remained principal, earned many awards, and eventually received a presidential appointment working for my hero, Ronald Reagan. For the last 21 years, I've worked in the private sector. I started a small business in cross-cultural communications. I taught at UConn in Eastern Connecticut, and I've been raising my family. Now, I'm standing up once again to work for our great nation in this time of crisis. I'm also helping other like-minded candidates to win their seats. Together, I really believe we can return America to the free and prosperous nation it was not that long ago. We are a country capable of great things if we follow the Constitution and obey the will of the people. I look forward to the day when I can tell my future grandchildren about a time in America when we almost lost our freedom, but we didn't because brave people stood up and fought for her. That time is now. I ask you for your support and prayers as I move toward the November elections and beyond. My promise to you is simple. I'll work hard, remain principled, and come home when the job is done. Thank you.
Up next, from, again, Chaplain Doug Dubitsky.
Thank you, Lee, and thank you, Free Norwich. Our country is in big trouble. We all know it. The government has gotten too big and too powerful. 18 months ago, the country got caught up in this hopey-changey euphoria, and a lot of people didn't believe Barack Obama when he told us it was going to fundamentally change the country. Well, they believe it now. Massive government debt, 10% unemployment, unfunded liabilities close to $60 trillion, the government controlling the healthcare industry, the car industry, insurance industry, student loan industry. It's got to stop. So what are you going to do about it? That's what I asked myself when Barack Obama took over GM and Chrysler, when Nancy Pelosi and Joe Courtney took over the healthcare industry, and when Barney Frank and Chris Dodd forced banks to give mortgages to people who couldn't afford them, and then bailed out the banks. They said we're too big to fail. I'll tell you what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to help you fire Joe Courtney. If you let me, I'll stand up on the floor of the House of Representatives and I'll say no more. We've had enough. We're not going to let the government spend our children into bankruptcy. I'll stand up and I will use every breath of my body to fight for individual liberty and smaller constitutional government. Now, your job, your duty, and your right is to choose the person who best exemplifies the voice of this district. I have the blue-collar background, the legislative experience, the legal skill, and the passion to do it well. You have a great responsibility. Choose wisely. Send me to Congress.